So now this is our Karl Fischer titrator. In this, first we need to make the connections of all the pipes and bottles. So connections are, you have given two bottles. One is reagent bottle. This is a reagent bottle. So in this we have to fill the Karl Fischer reagent, and this is a bottle for silica gel. So you have to put silica gel crystal inside, and then you have to put it like that. So these are the primary things. Thereafter we have to put our titration vessel. This is, we call the titration vessel. We have to put the titration vessel here, and we have to put a magnetic bead inside this one, like that. Thereafter we have to connect our electrode. So we have to put the electrode here, and we have to connect it on this position. So connections in this side are electrode, the on-off switch, and the power adapter connector. So these are the three connectors on the left. So we have connected on the electrode side. So these are the connections for the electrode. Thereafter what we have to do on the back. On the back we have two pipes. One is input and one is output. The input one we have to connect with the reagent bottle. So the reagent bottle should be connected like the one's nozzle, which one is going, which is connected directly with the inner pipe. With the same we have to connect the input line. So we have to connect it here. As you can see, now I have connected the input pipe with the same pipe which is going inside with the same nozzle. So you have to connect it like that. Thereafter we have to connect the output line on the right side of the titration vessel. So we have to connect our titration vessel with the output line. Thereafter what we have to do, we have to connect one of our pipe from the left of the titration vessel, left nozzle of the titration vessel, to the silica gel bottle. I have connected, as you can see. Now the next connection what we have to do to make is, we have to interconnect the reagent bottle and the silica gel bottle. So we have to connect it like that. We have made our connections. So these are the primary connections that we have to make. Thereafter we have to connect our power adapter with the machine. And now, as you can see, our machine is ready to use. So these are the primary connections that we have to make. In this we have to fill amount of Karl Fischer reagent that is usable. So don't put more than your usable amount, because it has some limitancy and time period, that we have to consume that amount of Karl Fischer reagent within that time period. So you have to put as much as you can consume the Karl Fischer reagent. Then second, I have told that in this we have to put silica gel crystals. In this, the titration vessel, we have to put 35 to 40 ml of methanol, the dried methanol. So these are the primary connection that we have to make. For 35 to 40 ml of dried methanol or HPLC grade methanol, the Karl Fischer reagent, and then the silica gel. Next option is sample analysis, the option number 1. So for analyzing the sample, we have to go for the option number 1. Then we need to select what kind of sample do we have, like solid or liquid. In solid, suppose I have selected solid, then we have to put the weight of your solid sample. In these two digits are for grams, and other are after dot, the digits are for mg, milligrams. So this is for solid. Thereafter, if we select liquid, then along with the volume of your sample, these two are in ml and these are in microliter. So along with volume of the sample, we have to put the density also, the density of your solution liquid also. So these are the things in liquid. Other things are same. This is the general difference. So what we have to do is, suppose we have selected a liquid sample as a solid, by weight if we are taking, so we have to select. Thereafter, suppose we have taken 15 microliter or 15 mg, suppose. Thereafter we have to press enter. And if you have a solid sample, then you have to you have to select more extraction time, so that it can dissolve easily inside the methanol. So right now we are putting the same water, so we have selected 10 seconds, that is fine. Otherwise, if you have a crystal solution, then you have to put more value. So we have to press enter. In blank, nothing you have to put, just press enter. After that, the machine will ask, put your sample, weighted sample. So suppose we have taken this as a sample, and we have put 1 drop of water inside this one, and we have pressed enter. One more thing we have to remember, that if we have a sample in which the moisture value is less, then we have to take more amount of that sample. Suppose if you have a sample which is moisture value less than 1%, then we have to take the sample amount in 5 ml or 5 grams. If the sample moisture content is more than 5%, then we have to take it in mg, milligrams, or microliter. So you have to remember that if moisture value is more, we have to take less sample. If the moisture value is less, then we have to take more sample. Once your sample is neutralized, it means extracted, then the machine will give you the values, the actual amount that is consumed by your sample, the amount of reagent that has been consumed, percentage of moisture inside your sample, ppm value of moisture, and mgS2O, water content. So these 4 value machine will give you. After that, you have to press enter. You can save it by putting the batch number. Suppose I have put it batch number 1. Then your data will be saved. After that, we have one more option, that is miscellaneous setup. In miscellaneous setup, clock, print, clear, and enter. Clear is to delete all the data. Print to take out the print. So in print we have 6 options. Baud rate, checking the data, all data it means, or checking by batch number. Calibration logs, in this we can test the calibration points. Thereafter, neutralization volume, how much volume the machine have taken at the time of neutralization. Then type of interface. In type of interface, we have 2 types. One we have is the parallel printer, and one we have is the USB to connect with PC. Right now we have selected with PC. Suppose if you want to connect the machine with parallel printer, with dot matrix printer, you have to select parallel printer, then the machine will give you the print in your dot matrix printer. So these are the basic options for the Carl Fischer. Thank you. To pour 25 microliter, I have taken 25 microliter. So we have to pour inside, and thereafter what you have to do, we have selected 10 seconds, that is okay for distilled water. It can get extracted within 10 seconds. So there we have to press enter. After that, you will get a message, we have poured inside the distilled water. Then we have to press enter. A waiting signal is coming, so you have to wait. And this first option means you are doing this calibration first time. Suppose if you want to do this repeated time, 2 or 3 times, then after first reading you have to press increase button, and then you can repeat another distilled water calibration for taking the average value, the RSD value. So this is the first time, so we have to wait to get the neutralizing point, and then we will start with the next one. Once you get the beep, you will get this message on the display. This message is like if you want to repeat the test or do this perform this test 2 or 3 times, then you have to press increase and add the sample again. Otherwise, if you want to take the result only, you just need to press enter directly from this menu. So these are the things. So we have to press enter, and the machine will give you the factor value. So this is the type of calibration. For calibration, we have to go for the option number 3. So we have selected option number 3 now. As you can see, in option number 3 we have 2 options again. One is factor calibration, then second is dispenser. Dispenser is the amount of Karl Fischer agent get dispensed by the motor, that we can calibrate also. And the first number is the factor calibration. So generally we do factor calibration. The second number option is automatically calibrated, so you don't need to calibrate it regularly. You can calibrate it after 3 months or 6 months, but there is no regular calibration needed for dispenser calibration. So first we have to go for the factor calibration. In this we have 4 options. First, by H2O taking 25 microliter of water, by H2O by weight, the second option, and the third one is the DST option, disodium titrate option. So these are the 3 types of calibration we can do. In option number 4 we have manual, in which we can check the previous factor value. So whatever, if suppose we have done a calibration in past days, then we can check how much factor was when we have calibrated, how much factor we will get. So these are the things. So first what we have to go for the H2O by 25 microliter. We have given 25 microliter micropipette along with the machine. So what we have to do, we have to select option number 1, and thereafter we have to take 25 microliter of water and we have to pour inside the titration vessel. So after selecting 25 microliter, one message will appear that how much time you want to give for the extraction of your solution. Extraction solution means if we are putting distilled water, then distilled water should be extracted for 10, right now we have selected 10 seconds. If we have powder or something which is in crystal form, then you have to increase the extraction time. It should be around 2 minutes or 4 minutes. So we can select according to our type of sample. So now what we have to do, we have to pour 25 microliter. I have taken 25 microliter. So we have to pour inside, and thereafter what you have to do, we have selected 10 seconds, that is okay for distilled water. It can get extracted within 10 seconds. So there we have to press enter. After that you will get a message, we have poured inside the distilled water, then we have to press enter. A waiting signal is coming, so you have to wait, and this first option means you are doing this calibration first time. Suppose if you want to do this repeated time, 2 or 3 times, then after first reading you have to press increase button, and then you can repeat another distilled water calibration for taking the average value, the RSD value. So this is the first time, so we have to wait to get the neutralizing point, and then we will start with the next one. Once you get the beep, you will get this message on the display. This message is like if you want to repeat the test or do this perform this test 2 or 3 times, then you have to press increase and add the sample again. Otherwise, if you want to take the result only, you just need to press enter directly from this menu. So these are the things. So we have to press enter, and the machine will give you the factor value. So this is the type of calibration. If the solution is not dropping from this to this one, then what we need to do, first we need to check the pipe is connected with the internal pipe or not. See, one pipe is going inside. If there is no pipe connected, then you must have to connect a pipe from the cap to the bottom of the bottle, inside the bottle, and this with the same connector you have to connect with the input line. If all connections are done, and then again the solution is not coming in the titration vessel, it is not dropping, then what you have to do, you have to open it from here. Now see, I have opened this one. You have to open the same, and then you have to take out this one, and you need to check is there any section which is pressed. Now see, you can see there are 3 points which are pinched. As you can see, this one point and this point, they are pinched. So you have to re-pinch it again on the opposite direction. You have to make sure there is no puncture in this pipe. So you have to make it like that, and then you have to reconnect it on this position. You have to reconnect it and close it, or you can do one thing. After reconnecting, you can just start it and check it. If it is working properly, then you can close it.